everybody, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Emma. I'm a 21-year-old mom to my beautiful daughter, London May, and baby number 2 that I'm pregnant with right now. And if you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now so you're a part of the team. And while you're at it, turn your bell notifications on so you don't miss any of our videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know we love you guys so much, and thanks for coming back to another video. It truly means the world. Today is so surreal because I'm going to be doing my 30-week pregnancy update. The last time I did an update for you guys, sat down like this, was after my first trimester and I was 13 weeks pregnant, and now I am 30. And if I had to describe this pregnancy in one word, it would just be fast. I feel like this pregnancy has flown by, and you guys have been commenting on my Instagram. If you don't follow my Instagram, make sure you do, posting so many cute pictures. But you guys have been commenting about how fast this pregnancy has been going by for you too. You're like, what? You are already 7 months pregnant. At 32 weeks, I'm 8 months pregnant. So in 2 weeks, I'll be 8 months pregnant. I just can't even believe that. I'll link my first trimester recap down below because I'll kind of be talking about what symptoms have carried on, what stopped. I might refer to some things in my first trimester recap. I really didn't have bad morning sickness with my first daughter, London. I had awful morning sickness every single morning. And this pregnancy, I've only thrown up like a handful of times, and sometimes it was in the evening, sometimes the middle of the day, sometimes the morning. But then once 14 weeks hit, I really haven't been nauseous since or thrown up, which has been awesome. At 15 weeks, I started getting really bad cramps and I got worried. So I called my doctor and she told me to just drink more water. Honey, these are bad cramps. I don't think water's gonna help, you know? I didn't say that, obviously, that'd be kind of rude, but that's what I was thinking. And so she was like, just sit, have a glass of water and then call me if they don't improve. And I was kind of like, am I going into preterm labor? It really scared me. So I drank a huge thing of water. The cramps actually went away. I guess I just wasn't drinking enough water. So I want to say that went on from 15 to 16-ish weeks. But whenever I would get those really bad lower cramps, I would just drink water and then they would go away. I don't remember getting that with London, but she said it was probably just my body stretching to accommodate baby. And since I'd already been pregnant before, my body was more ready to stretch or something like that. Then 15 weeks to 20 weeks was honestly a breeze. I had great energy. I felt great. I really didn't feel like I was pregnant. And then 20 weeks we did the anatomy scan, and I'll link that down below and you can kind of watch that in detail. She was in the 51 percentile. I believe London was in 52 or 54 percentile. Basically, she's the same size as London. I've only had one ultrasound at the doctor's office where they're actually measuring things and checking on things, the big 20-week ultrasound. There was nothing alarming on the ultrasound. She's so healthy, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm really healthy, so I think that'll be the only ultrasound I have unless I pay for more. I did do a 4D ultrasound, which was super fun. Kind of want to do another one maybe in a couple weeks because she was laying on my placenta, which was kind of hard to get pictures. I'll link that video down below too so you can see her. I'm just kind of listing because I would never remember all of this. The one thing I have had this whole pregnancy is pregnancy brain. I forget things all the time. I forget what I'm doing. I forget what I'm saying. It's a thing. 23 weeks is when I kind of hit a rough patch, and that is when we went to California. My husband drove from Colorado to California to see my dad, and we brought our puppy. That road trip was really long. We tried to get out and walk and stuff, but it just was, I think, hard on my body because at 23 weeks, I had a really bad hip sciatica, pinched nerve. When I came back home to Colorado, it was a few weeks after 23 weeks, so maybe 26 weeks, 27 weeks. Went to the chiropractor, pinched nerve, hip sciatica, went away literally the next day. It was amazing. So if you're pregnant and you're struggling with really any pain, it's so good to go to the chiropractor. I go to a different chiropractor than before I was pregnant. This chiropractor specializes on pregnant women and postpartum women rather than just popping like most chiropractors do. She massages. I think the way that she adjusts is really great, especially while pregnant. Highly recommend checking out a pregnancy postpartum chiropractor. 25 weeks, so while I was still in California, I started getting bad Charlie horses. Charlie horses are these leg spasms, cramps. They just hurt so bad. And I got them with London, I wanna say 32 weeks, and I would only get them at night when I was sleeping, and it hurt so bad. With this pregnancy, I would get them like during the day, but I started taking magnesium, little magnesium gummies. I haven't gotten any since. Also, I guess it helps stress, and you know, we've all got some stress in our life, so you can probably use that. We all encounter stress daily, whether we realize it or not, and our bodies can respond by depleting our magnesium levels. So if you have like potassium in bananas can help them, and there's some other foods you can eat to kind of help, but gummies are easy. Another thing that came sooner this time around than with London was at 26 weeks, I got really bad heartburn. I want to say like 33 weeks I got heartburn with London. We saw in the 3D ultrasound or 4D ultrasound that she has hair. So it's worth it for her beautiful locks. I take these, it's like a healthier version of a Tum, more natural, I guess you could say. So if I have really bad acid reflux, I'll take one of those. All of my symptoms I've kind of noticed I've gotten sooner than I did with London. That's one reoccurring pattern I've been noticing. Second time, I guess my body's just more like, I know what I'm doing, and gives me the symptoms sooner. But I think the hip sciatica was just caused from sitting in the car so long on the drive. But hopefully I don't have it again, since I am going to the chiropractor. Again, love the chiropractor. Another thing I got sooner, at 28 weeks, I started getting contractions. And at first I didn't realize they were contractions. Why my stomach keeps cramping. And then I was like, oh my gosh, my stomach's like tight, like a contraction, cramping down below, and they would last for a little bit and then they'd stop, like a contraction. And I was like, what? I'm sure it's Braxton Hicks, clearly, because now I'm 30 weeks and I've not been in labor 2 weeks. So it's not like I've been having contractions for 2 weeks, and they only will go a little bit. With my daughter, I only got Braxton Hicks once a few days before I went into labor. So it did kind of worry me for a second when I realized, like, oh, these are Braxton Hicks. This is so much sooner than with my last daughter, because like I said, I had Braxton Hicks like 3 days later I went into labor. When did you start getting Braxton Hicks? I've heard of people getting them at like 18 weeks, and that would just terrify me. It terrified me a little bit, to be honest. Could be going into preterm labor, but you know, they stopped and I was like, no, I'm fine. Around 28, 29 weeks, things got a little rough, and I just became exhausted. Even 30 weeks, I'm going uphill. I'm doing better now. I'm not so tired, but I'll go through times when I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this today and I want to be so motivated, and then I'll get tired again. It's kind of like I go in through waves. I made a TikTok.
I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm watching TV. I'm looking at you. Fuck you. I'm dead again. I'm up. I can run faster than a bitch around the house.
This is literally me. I'm just all over the place. And I think that's also because in Colorado, it's like always gloomy, but it started getting hot these last few weeks. And I noticed that I started becoming really tired and my mood just kind of went like, once it got hot. Now you're gonna say, Emma, aren't you moving to Arizona? Yes, I am, and I know it's gonna be hot, but you know what Arizona will have that Colorado doesn't? Air conditioning in my house. So I don't have air conditioning, which is miserable. And if you hear the fan, I'm sorry, but I will literally pass out if I don't have air. In Arizona, people know it's hot. They have nice air conditioning everywhere, nice fans outside with little misters. Like, I've been there. It's so nice. We're gonna be moving soon, and life is just a lot going on. So I think mentally and physically, it's gonna be amazing. New house, new baby, beautiful family. So I'm just trying to push through. Mentally, I am doing good the last few weeks. I started to go a little downhill again, not like anything bad at all, but just normal, unmotivated, mixed with exhaustion, pregnancy, being hot, all of that, just being honest. I really try and focus on gratitude and praying and being thankful. You can always look at positives or the negatives. You can always choose to be a happy person, because you can't dictate if it's warm or cold outside, but you can always dictate your attitude. Taking time to rest, because I am 30 weeks pregnant with a 3-year-old toddler. I'm growing a human. I'm gonna be tired. Lots going on in my life, and you know, that's okay. Moods where I'm ready to tackle the world, and moods where the world's tackling me, I guess you could say. I kind of wanted to talk about what I've been doing to get ready for labor. I've been trying to keep active. I have a treadmill I'll walk on. We'll go on walks around the neighborhood. We'll go swimming, just do fun stuff. I also stretch, which I think is really important, especially to get you ready for labor, and stretching is just good for you. And I'm gonna kind of talk about like what I've been taking. Every day I take 2 prenatals. This is from Ritual. I love these prenatals because they smell like lemon drop candies. They smell so good. And you just take 2. They're amazing prenatals. I'm not sponsored, but if you guys want to save some money, you can use my code Emma20 and get some prenatals. You can take them with or without food, which is also really nice because I just like to take them first thing in the morning so I don't forget about taking them and I don't need food. Magnesium, already talked about that. Okay, my drink. I'll take a drink. I've been so thirsty. I've really been trying to drink a lot of water because it's really important. Water gets so boring. If you can see, this is not water. Well, it is water, but I added a micro drink to it from Water Drop. This video is not sponsored by Water Drop, but I love Water Drop. I love it. It's a little micro drink. It's vegan, gluten-free, 100% sugar-free, and it is amazing. They taste so good, and they just spice up water. There's vitamin C in them. This one's Love. I already ran out of it. I'm so sad. The one I have in right now, it's pretty good. I'll put the name of it here because I don't remember. It's a purple one, even though it looks pink. But if you have a hard time drinking water, if you're pregnant or not, I highly recommend getting the micro drink. My favorite is the Love and the Glow. As much water as you should be drinking, which is a lot, it's gonna get boring. Seem dreadful. You're like, I have all this water to drink. So adding a micro drink is really helpful. Also, if you want the micro drink, you can use my code for money off. Again, I'm not sponsored, but I'd love to give you guys codes so you can use them at checkout and save a little bit of money. Another thing I've been doing is taking raspberry leaf tea. Raspberry leaf tea is really great to help get your uterus ready for labor. You can look up all the benefits if you're curious. It's a little bitter, so what I like to do is I add local honey because I have very bad allergies. Pregnancy has given me a lot of mucus. I said in my first trimester recap, I hope that it went away in my second trimester, and I'm in my third trimester, and I'm pretty sure the mucus is not going away. It is a lot better when I'm not in Colorado. Hopefully when I move, it does go away, but adding local honey is really good if you have allergies. When a person eats local honey, they are thought to be ingesting local pollen. Over time, a person may become less sensitive to this pollen. A bunch of things say it really doesn't help. Maybe it's a placebo effect, but I really have noticed my mucus is better. But basically that is all. I'll do a little bump date. The bump has definitely gotten bigger. I'll do one in better outfit. I'm still not super big, but there definitely is a baby bump there. I'm sure I'll do other little mini updates, but I probably won't do like a sit down update like this until I give birth and kind of do third trimester update, which is just so crazy. I'm so excited for her to get here. She does have a name. We're moving and lots of exciting things going on. Oh, I could talk forever. As I'm sure you guys can tell from my videos, I can talk forever, but hey, that's why I'm a YouTuber. And that's why you're watching me, right? Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. Watching our videos just means the whole world. So I love you guys. And until the next video, we're sending all of our love and all of our positivity. Bye guys, thanks for watching.